Welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you today about our rent-to-own investing program that we have here at Duratus Properties. I'm Maura McGraw. I'm the CEO of Duratus Properties. And if you own rental properties and you've ever had a headache or thought, wow, I wish that my properties would cash flow a little bit better, maybe have a few less maintenance expenses, or maybe you're just tired of dealing with a lot of the headaches that come with property management, then this program might be perfect for you. Here's a quick overview of what we're going to cover in this video. I'm going to talk about our mission, how our rent-to-own program works, our target clients and target properties, the benefits of partnering with us, and how to stay connected with us. The mission of our rent-to-own program here at Duratus is to help Hispanics become homeowners and investors to maximize their assets. And I just want to speak briefly about how this program came to be. If you know anything about Duratus, we are a real estate investment firm, so we flip houses, we have rental properties all throughout Alabama. And over the years, we've worked with many Hispanic contractors. We love working with them. And over time, a couple of them started to approach us and ask if we could help them purchase houses for themselves and their families. And so on a case-by-case basis, we started to do this. And that is how the rent-to-own program was born. It was just born out of an organic need in our market to have an alternate path to homeownership, specifically for the Hispanic community. Now, we don't only take Hispanics. That just happens to be the community we're focusing on because that's where we've seen a real need for this, and that's kind of where our connections and expertise lie. But as I said, we want to offer an alternate path to home ownership for deserving people who may not qualify for a conventional mortgage because there are actually so many barriers between deserving people and getting mortgages from traditional banks. Number one, sometimes there's a language barrier. Number two, if you've ever been through the loan underwriting process, it's very intimidating. Legal status may be questionable, and there's a myriad of reasons that someone might not qualify for a traditional mortgage, even though we would consider them a very creditworthy and trustworthy person. Here's a quick overview of our process and how things work. So the first step is, as the investor, you would submit your property to us on our Google form, and we would make sure that your property meets our criteria for the RTO program. Namely, we're looking to make sure that your property is located in one of the areas where our client buyers want to live. We have a couple other pieces of criteria, but the main one is the location. The next step, once we decide that, yes, your property is a good fit for our program, it's in one of our locations where our clients typically like to buy, then we are going to find a client who wants to become a homeowner, show them the house, and make sure that it's a good fit for everyone. Once we make sure that we have a qualified client buyer and a perfect house for them, then we'll negotiate a fair price and arrange a financing plan that works well for all parties. And finally, we will close on the property. We conduct closings in our office. We have a title company that we partner with on this, as well as a banking partner. All of our contracts are written in both English and Spanish. We have 4 Spanish speakers on our team, so we make sure that everybody clearly understands all the documents, all the contracts, and that everything is totally above board. And everyone walks away from the closing table and the transaction feeling like it was a win-win, which is very important to us. Our buyer clients usually fall into these 3 general categories. 1, sometimes we have young couples and young families who are looking to buy their first house, and maybe because of their situation, they don't qualify for a traditional mortgage. We have a huge number of contractors that serve as our buyer clients, and this is because as a real estate investment firm, we've worked with a lot of contractors and we have a lot of connections to contractors, and they are one of our favorite types of clients to work with. And finally, we work with larger families that sometimes are needing a larger home, they want more land, whatever the case may be. We are happy to work with anyone that meets our screening and qualification criteria and would be a good fit for your property. Our target properties fall into roughly 4 different categories. And as you probably know, people's housing needs vary depending on their personal needs. So in general, we categorize properties in these 4 categories. The low is a home that's in good condition that might require some additional work. Maybe we would call this a fixer-upper. And it's suitable for one of our starter home clients or one of our contractor clients. Then we have the medium category, and these houses are located in neighborhoods that are good neighborhoods but may require a little bit of renovation. So probably not considered a full fixer-upper, but may need some slight cosmetic fixes to bring it up to its full potential. Then we have the high and extra categories, and these are your move-in ready houses. And we definitely have some buyers that are not contractors, that are not wanting to do any work on the house. They just want a stress-free move-in ready house, and we can cater to that as well. If you're an investor and you're wondering, well, why should I partner with Duratus? Maybe I can just do this myself. Well, you probably can. We just found that we've kind of perfected this process over the years. We have a high level of expertise in the Hispanic market. As I mentioned before, we have 4 fluent Spanish speakers on our team, and we have in-house property management as well. So yes, the property management is a lot less rigorous than with a traditional rental, but there is still communication and some things involved, and we have the team in place with proficiency in both English and Spanish to make sure that that is seamless. So that is one reason why you might want to partner with Duratus. Another reason to partner with us is that we have really good market insights and risk mitigation. So we've been working in the Alabama market for almost 7 years at this point. We have a really good idea where our target buyer clients want to live and what they're looking for. So we are at this point pretty good at making matches between the buyer clients and potential properties. And we also know how to structure these deals in a way that mitigates risk for everybody involved. We have a banking partner that knows exactly how to provide the initial loan on the properties. We have all of the loan documents down. We know how to work with the clients to find financing options that work for them. And we know how to work with the clients to prevent any issues happening anywhere along the line in the process, including the ongoing property management. So I think because we've been doing this for a few years, we've figured out a few things that might be worth partnering with us to just take care of some of the headaches of trying to figure it out yourself. We also coordinate all of the showing scheduling, follow-ups, screening all of the clients and all the properties, and we provide legal expertise both with our partner title company, and we also have a lawyer on staff in case any legal issues ever do come up. All of that is in-house and will be available for all of our investor clients that choose to partner with us and maybe convert an existing property or an existing rental into a rent-to-own property. Here is a quick overview of all the main benefits of joining our Duratus Rent-to-Own Investor Program. Number 1, financial diversification. This is a great way to diversify your investment portfolio, especially your real estate portfolio, and add a different type of asset class to your portfolio. Number 2 is long-term cash flow. Most of our loans are structured either over 10 or 15 years. So that is a long period of ongoing cash flow for all of our investor clients. You get to have a say in the terms and conditions of the sales contract. We make sure that the loan, the amortization schedule, and all the contract documents make sense for all parties involved. So you will have the chance to read, review, and make any edits that you want to all of the documents. Low or no maintenance in the property. This is a huge one. You will have hardly any maintenance compared to what you would with a regular rental property. In the case of a rent-to-own property, the buyer client is responsible for all the maintenance and upkeep of the property unless there is some sort of disaster situation, in which case we would need to file an insurance claim. But the vast majority of the time, you just get to sit back, relax. Your buyer client will take care of the maintenance and you just get to collect your check every month. There is little to no cash required up front, especially if you're coming with a property that you want to convert to a rent-to-own property. You will probably have to pay nothing up front. Also, you still own the house until the loan is completed, so you don't have to worry about foreclosure. You get to hold the deed until the final payment is made, at which point it will be transferred over to the buyer client. There are no closing costs for you as the investor client. You will have lower liability and exposure in this program. There's just a lot less risks with a rent-to-own property compared to maybe a traditional rental. You'll be earning a high rate of interest on the property and on your loan, usually somewhere in the range of 8 to 15%, and all of the insurance and taxes are paid by the RTO buyer client. So if this sounds interesting to you, make sure that you find us and follow us online. The best place to go is our website, duratusproperties.com. We have a rent-to-own tab that you can check out. You can fill out a form to submit a property that you might want to convert into a rent-to-own program. Or if you don't have a property to convert, you can just sign up to be an investor and we will help you find one. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website. And also make sure that you follow us on social media. We're always doing a lot of cool things around real estate, investment, and development. So follow us there. And finally, if you have any questions or concerns, you can always contact our team members. Probably the best person to reach out to first is Lily Alvarez. She is the program manager for our rent-to-own program, but I've also included my information and my business partner Aziz's information, so feel free to reach out to any of us if you have any questions or concerns.